My name is Isaac Mao. I'm the creator of Musicoin project. I'm now in Austin, attending South by Southwest. It's the third time I'm here, but this year it's very special because I'm with my team here on Musicoin project, and Musicoin project is now very welcome here this year in South by. The whole event, because we have so many bands performing here to give people this basic understanding what Musicoin is and what is serving for and where it will heading for. So this is the first time we are here for this project, but Musicoin itself, it has a long-term mission. We're trying to achieve in the next 5 years up to a decade. The project has a very, very long-term goal. I have to say it's not a simple mission just based on some very trendy hypes. It's very much well designed, back to 2 years ago and started from 1 year ago with many community members. I would love to say thanks to them because their early support, we can move faster and faster to now, and many musicians, they dare to try this platform as well, from just trying to test and now becoming a strong believer of blockchain technology, which can really change the music industry. Which we believe this is the real driving force of me and my team, to work harder, make things happen. And the Musicoin project, back to very early days, when I was still researching in Harvard University, I started to realize that creators, if they share on internet, there should be a path that can help those creators to get return and even being remunerated, in the long run. Otherwise, the creation would become disease. Why? Because people tend to create and share, but if there's no return, if there's no any future like compensation to this sharing, the sharing would become less and less motivated. And this is not a sustainable thing. That's why I started to think about a new philosophy I called shareism, and later being well recognized, in academic area. But not only this, because I think shareism need a very solid foundation to realize not only being a theory, it should have some solid, foundation to help creators. Not only music, but also all kinds of creators. They have a kind of, infrastructure to trust and try to share via this kind of protocols we can define. So later, based on this series of thinking, I started to create something based on my study of blockchain. I believe that blockchain is the most ideal platform to support shareism, because we can see how creators, how those all kinds of stakeholders, they can really benefit from this visible, transparent, and immune system, which can give them a clear, understanding about how a creative works can travel a long time, and eventually give those original creators, very fair and proper compensation, and eventually sustain their long-term, creations. So that's something really fusion together back to 2 years ago, and I started to design the whole system. And eventually, with the support of some early engineers and also some early musicians, when I talk to them, I understand that how much they are yearning such a kind of platform for a long time. So we started to kick off this project back to 1 year ago in February. It's a genesis of a new blockchain, and the miners join, and the traders join, and the musicians join, and listeners join, and eventually more and more people who host the same vision, they join together to make this project more and more constructive and more open. And we are going to release a new roadmap, by the end of April, so we can open to the world to see what's the next steps, that Musicoin project would go, and we will have the platform to open to all third-party developers. Like back to roughly 10 years ago, Facebook opened their platform to all third-party developers. Musicoin project will have this platform as well, and we will have the more initiatives, working on mobile phone app, working on smart devices, which can give people more opportunities to create not only the content, but also applications, but also tools and devices, which can really generate a larger scale of demands for this currency, for this blockchain system, and then eventually evolve into an ecosystem which can benefit to all stakeholders. Because of the solid foundation, because of the inherent design on the transparency, on the immunity, we really believe that this platform can go much beyond what we can imagine today, and we really want to help musicians to benefit from this platform, and not only see its future, but also can really see its very instant benefits, and also instant income from this platform. And step by step, musicians can focus back onto their creation jobs. They don't need to worry about so much about their life. They don't need to be starved again by the industry. And eventually the industry would become 5x or 10x or 30x of the current scale, because the industry today is really much disappointed, to many creators. And we believe that in the future, we can see that Musicoin would become very much a household name, and being used by musicians, by listeners, because Musicoin project also define a lot of benefits from listeners. They don't need to suffer the paywall. They don't need to overpay the services they don't really need, or they don't really consume too much, but they have to pay this subscription scheme, set by the industry, set by some monopoly forces, and they can easily choose, the musicians they love to support, and they can tip them, they can interact with them, they can have very intimate relationship with musicians, back to our core value of music, to our life. So eventually, music industry should be an important industry instead of non-relevant thing like today. We are aiming to this bright future, and we want to have all those stakeholders to come to join us, to play together, and we are fully open, we are fully transparent, and all the people have the chance, all the people have the opportunities here. That's why I'm fully confident that with this strong belief, not only me, but also the team, the people, the community, really can start their journey. And the earlier the better. If you adopt this cryptocurrency, also adopt this blockchain system, also adopt this open catalog of music, so you can really find your role in this revolution. And I believe it will be a very interesting and happy thing that we can all share. Thank you so much, and enjoy your days in South by Southwest.